if you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
You lollygag the ball around the end. You lollygag your way down to first. You lollygag in and out of the dugout. Do you know what that makes you? Larry? Lollygaggers. Lollygaggers.
Welcome to a special edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. Don't go away. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is next. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. WKAC wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to WKAC1080.com throughout the school year and click on the Tailgate Talk icon to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a T-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is former Auburn wide receiver Willie Gaucher. You are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And good Saturday morning, everyone. Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at WKAC, the Big 1080, live in the lobby of Spraggins Hall. We done this 2 years ago. COVID knocked us out last year, but we are glad to be back. Tom McClung, old Tom Cat here alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. It's just us two this morning, Timbo. So there you go. It's just us two this morning. Call or text us at area code 256-812-1848. That's area code 256-812-1TGT. Find our website online at tailgatetalk.net. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Tailgate Talk AL. Facebook and MeWe, just simply type in Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Subscribe to the Applebee's Tailgate Talk YouTube channel. Lots of archive video. The archive was the word I was looking for there. Amazon Alexa, say Alexa,
play Tailgate Talk.
Google Home, say okay Google.
Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Yes, Bama Zach's talking to us. Download the Tailgate Talk app for Android or iPhone, powered by Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. Look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google, Spotify, and other popular podcast platforms. We'll be taking the phone calls today from the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And do we have a special guest to be showing up?
Every special today.
Tailgate Talk special guest segments, plural, brought to you by Yellowhammer Roofing. Now, before I go any further, I got to send out, and yes, I think we're sending out condolences this morning. We've been praying for our friend Mike Johnson, gospel preacher, founder of the band Trippin' Dixie, drummer, one of my good friends that I could go to if I had anything. This morning, the last line of Debbie's post says, also pray for organ recipients that they are blessed with love and healing. Condolences to Mike Johnson's family, friends. He leaves a lasting legacy with a lot of friends, and he's just an all-around good guy. So remember them in your prayers. We're going to line up this day today, 1:15:22, with our first guy. He's going to be coming up here in a second. Taylor Flatt. He's the last time you was here, Taylor, you were the assistant SID. No? You've always been the...
Not always.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, you're the SID now, or you are the SID.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, yes.
Technically, okay. We're also going to be interviewing the ladies lacrosse coach, Akasha Kasper. We'll get Andrea Lemmond, the women's basketball coach, on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. She won't be present with us here in the lobby. Mark McCarter, you may remember him from the newspaper, Huntsville Times years ago. Is he assistant AD? Is that it? For external relations. Mm-hmm. All right. The softball coach, Les Steudeman, will join us, and John Shulman, the men's basketball coach. And it's a shame Todd's not here this morning, because Todd and Coach, I just wanted to sit and listen to them two. They were back and forth with some funny stuff. And we'll have our regulars, Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy, and AP Steadham, the Swami of the SEC. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome Taylor Flatt to Applebee's Tailgate Talk again. Welcome back.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
How do I get a name like Freak Daddy?
I don't know. Do you have a nickname?
No.
You don't?
Clay came in with that nickname.
Yeah, no, we didn't give him that one. Yeah, we didn't give the.
Okay.
No, he carries
I just
his.
Figured, hey, second time on the show, maybe it's time for a nickname.
He carries his Havoc hockey jerseys. He's Freak Daddy.
Gotcha.
I think that's from his DJ days or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, no telling. He said probably, if we ask him, he probably won't tell us where he got the name.
We probably don't want to know.
He may not.
We'll have to think of Taylor one over the course of the show.
Yeah.
The Flat Man.
Or you got till next. You got a whole year.
You got a whole year next time.
Y'all are back again.
Yeah, we can do that.
Our friend from last week. He's our friend. He comes on the show occasionally. Clint Legg's principal at Clements Coles, and we were trying to figure out a nickname for him. And it hit me last week. We were watching the Mayhem commercials from Allstate. And Mayhem, he looks just like him. I said, we got to get you a Band-Aid on your right cheek, dude. So he now has it. So it may take a year or two before you actually get Tim. He gave Todd his nickname, Todd the Bod, because Todd's wrestling. He's into wrestling all the time.
Yeah.
He's short. I'm not saying anything about I don't know, but the Bod was perfect. That's his wrestling handle, Todd the Bod. So
Coach Shulman, when we were here the last time, he said, "I want which one of you is Todd the Bod?" I mean, it wasn't. It's not like an obvious choice. I guess he was expecting Charles Atlas or something.
Who was that guy in them comic books that used to wear that long one piece? And he was Jack LaLanne.
Oh, Jack LaLanne. Yeah.
Oh, Jack LaLanne. That's good. Oh, man. But we normally focus on Limestone County sports. Today we're blessed with an opportunity to come over to UAH Division II and talk with some of their coaches. And it's great to be able to visit. Thank you, Taylor, for letting us come over and joining us. And what's coming up new and improved for UAH, man?
Oh, things always changing around here. But, yeah, no, January is kind of the last of the calm period before we really get crazy in February when it feels like we have everything going on. Although it's better than last year when we literally had every sport that we have was playing in February because of COVID and everything. And so I don't know how we survived that, but we did. But February will feel like a breeze this year. But yeah, no, it's about to get crazy around here for sure.
So you have a soccer deal going on this morning. The lacrosse team, ladies lacrosse team, was practicing as we pulled up. And when them girls come back up the step, you see all the mud on their cleats out there. I'm sure that's number one rule is to take your cleats off, bang them out. And do not walk in the lobby with your muddy cleats on.
Oh, yeah, especially on a basketball game day. Got to keep it clean. Yeah, that's right.
But a couple of them looked like they was dying. So imagine.
Well, you'll have to ask Akasha if they were getting after it this morning. I'm sure they were.
Yeah. Excuse me. So said everything's fixing to get kicked off. What else? Some of the stuff that's about to get kicked off?
Yeah, so we'll have, in February we'll start baseball, we'll start softball, both lacrosses. Actually, this weekend indoor track got going. They're up at Vanderbilt this weekend, and they'll transition into their outdoor season. Gosh, I hope I'm not leaving anyone out. I don't think I am. I think that's what we've got right now. But, yeah, really busy period for sure, on top of, obviously, basketball.
Now, camps. Do you have camps for those sports that you just mentioned?
Yeah, a lot of our teams have camps. I don't want to try to – I think they all – in some form or fashion do something over the summer.
Okay. And I'm saying this because, the folks in Limestone County and whoever around the area are listening, there's more college in the state of Alabama than Auburn and Alabama.
Absolutely.
And, a lot of times you can go register, it takes a pretty high ACT to get in here. So, if you've got a child that's can get to that ACT level and is a great athlete, then they may want, and maybe they are something like track or something that's not your standard baseball, softball. There are other sports. So
yeah, no, it's a perfect fit here for anyone who is athletically talented, but more so academically gifted, because we see some schools around that have a night where they celebrate all their student athletes who got a 3.0 GPA.
Yeah,
ours is a 4.0 night,
right?
And we have dozens and dozens of kids out there. I mean, it is amazing to me. I barely got through college, and clearly I was not an athlete. I can't imagine balancing that load, especially at a high academic place like UAH. And it just is really incredible. And it takes a really special kind of kid to be able to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, you got any questions you want to throw over here?
No.
Okay. I'll keep going then.
Just waiting to do my scores and more.
Oh, got you. That's right. That's coming up. Hey, Taylor, hang around with us. Stick around, and we're going to toss it over here to producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we'll do some scores and more.
That wasn't exactly a hint.
I had forgotten, dude. Me and Taylor was in this college.
You're in the zone.
We're in the zone. No.
All right. Well, Scores and More brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. In last night's high school basketball, West Morgan boys defeated West Limestone 54-42, but the Lady Wildcats came out on top 54-38. James Clemens boys beat Florence 76-71.
Yes.
But the Lady Jets lost 64-49. Athens varsity teams were swept by Hazel Green. The Trojans won 74-43, and then the Hazel Green girls won 70-28.
I saw that this morning on the on the Channel 19. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Bless her heart.
Elkmont girls beat Clements 55-31. May Jemison teams swept Ardmore 68-29 in the boys game, 65-36 in girls action. Lauderdale County boys defeated Colbert Heights 83-36, and it was the Lady Tigers 77 and Colbert Heights 26. We'd like to say congratulations to Lindsay Lane's Michael Kitchens. He committed to Calhoun Cross Country earlier this week. So congratulations to him. And there you go.
Do we want to give a congratulations out to Coach Wade Waldrop, former James Clemens Jets coach?
I guess we will. I mean,
he's a good guy. He always come in the studio.
Yeah.
Took extra special time. According to our reports, Coach Wade Waldrop is the new head football coach at Hoover Bucks in Hoover, Alabama. So following a long line of successes, I should say. So congratulations, Coach Waldrop. He'll be leaving Florence. He left James Clemens for Florence and then be leaving Florence for Hoover. So is it time to take that break?
Coach McKellar looks like he's going along with him. You remember Wiley McKellar, the golf coach? He was an assistant with Coach Waldrop, so he's going to go with him too. So I guess he'll be taking some more down there, but I'm sure. I just hadn't seen anybody put anything out there yet. So
yeah, I would like to go, but I'm just not a coach. It would be fun. It would be fun, I'm sure. We got men's lacrosse coming in. I don't think they figure out that door is locked. No, that door's not locked. It's open. Good for them. And they're not wearing cleats either, so it must mean their practice is not just yet. Could be. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live from the lobby of Spraggins Hall.
Go to your Amazon Echo and say Play Tailgate Talk, or your Google Home device and say Play Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and hear the show in crystal clear quality. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens. Your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249.
The new year is upon us, and 2022 gives you too many reasons to upgrade. With Ardmore Telephone Company's broadband internet, you will be more productive working from home, enjoy seamless streaming, and blast your competition with more bandwidth. There are too many benefits to list. Upgrade your internet service today. Call ATC at 800-830-9946. New internet customers get the first month free.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork work. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair. Be listening for Limestone County area high school basketball this season from Play Action Sports. Hear coverage of girls and boys action from ABS, Ardmore, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Lindsay Lane, Tanner, and West Limestone online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your Play Action Sports app. Afterwards, you can download each game from the archives or stream it on demand. While you're there, check out our schedule of upcoming games. Limestone County area high school basketball from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is James Clemens boys basketball coach Bryson Steudeman, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
This world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live here from the lobby of Spraggins Hall. Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. All the rest of the guys either working or having something going on personal that they couldn't make it today. So we still got Taylor Flatt joining us here, the sports information director. But we've got on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. You heard his intro. You know him. You love him. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Freak Daddy Clay Coleman.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, dude. So much stuff to talk about today.
A lot of stuff going on, that's for sure.
The Havoc lost a close one last night.
Yeah, Pensacola finally played us enough times they figured out how to beat us, I think.
Well, what they say about a blind squirrel.
Yeah, we played them. I don't know the total, but I want to say it's probably 8 or 9 times we played them this year. So they finally got us one.
The odds were eventually going to catch up, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, the hockey world, it's not like football or any of these other sports. You're not going to see if you were to see an undefeated season in a hockey league or whatever, it would be completely a unicorn. There's no way it would be.
I don't think that's ever happened before, has it? In any hockey league?
No. Unless they maybe played like 12 games or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe in like a college level or something like that, but never in a 56 or that I've seen. I mean, I'd have to do some research, but I'd be shocked if they did. Gotcha.
So when does the Havoc come back home?
They're coming home tonight. Tonight is St. Jude night. They'll play Evansville. So it's always a special night. That standalone Saturday will be a big thing, and and always to raise money for St. Jude. The jerseys are kind of cool. They had a young lady that had battled leukemia, and she is still battling, and she actually drew the logo for the jersey tonight. So
excellent,
cool.
Excellent. That is great. Anybody we need to point out playing skating good?
I mean, the guys are doing well. I mean, there's still got 4 of the guys that are right around there in the top 5 as far as points, which is something we've never had happen before with Barber and Tyler and Sinutkovich and those guys. So they're doing good. I mean, it's just we've had Max got called up to the Toledo Walleye. He's actually played a couple games up there, so it'd be interesting to see if he gets to come back or not. But the 2 goalies, Steve, the new one, then Hunter Vorva, the one we had with Max, is doing good. I mean, they're not horrible. It's just not as good as Max, so we're having to kind of adjust a little bit. But still, we're right now at the halfway point of the season. We've hit that 28 game mark, so now it's time to see what happens.
So I read your Facebook post about Coach Joe B. Hall passing away.
So you broke up there, sorry.
I read your Facebook post about Coach Hall, the Kentucky coach, passing away.
Oh yeah, that was one of that. I tell you what, that was one of the coolest moments that I had ever had when I was living in Lexington. Everybody knows everybody that's played basketball or whatever when you're in Lexington, and was walking. There's a little walking track near my house or apartment that I lived in up there. And Coach Hall was walking, and I saw him and kind of made eye contact. And he was like, "Hey, you want to walk with me?" And I'm like, "Sure, absolutely,
Sure. Yes, sir."
And just was able to. I didn't want to say anything about basketball or whatever. So we walked, probably a couple miles, and then when we were done, he was asking me about if I was a Kentucky fan. I was like, "Yes, sir, a huge Kentucky fan." And he was like, "Well, you didn't ask me anything about Kentucky." And I was like, "Well, I figured you just wanted just to have some company and just walk. I know you probably get hit with that all the time." And then literally he was like, "Well, my wife's making me walk, and I've got to do this for the doctor thing, and I got to do this 2 days a week. You want to be my walking buddy?"
Man.
I was like, absolutely.
Too cool.
Yeah, so for a couple months or whatever, when I was still in Lexington before I moved here to Alabama, I was able to do that. And I mean, he's just a solid guy. I mean, and he's one of those ones that I'm trying to think, who would be kind of the Alabama equivalent. But Coach Hall coached with Coach Rupp, played for Coach Rupp, and then came in and won his national championship in 1978 with Goose Givens and Rick Roby and all.
Oh, wow.
Phenomenal Kentucky basketball players, and just a very humble guy, and and then, like I said, just one of those ones when it's kind of like almost like they say in the World War II guys, the greatest generation. I think that some of those coaches in the 70s and stuff were some of the best, just old school basketball coaches. Bobby, maybe Bobby Knight's a little bit different, but still the names that you get with that, where you're like, okay. The Dean Smiths, the Bobby Knights, the Coach Halls, the John Woodens, those individuals are just they're probably may not see those kind of coaches ever again. So it was a cool moment. But yeah, sad loss. He'd been in a nursing home, and I've been that through my dad, and he'd had some issues. So probably not the best of life that he would have wanted to live there. So his passing today probably a blessing. As far as that goes, but still a sad day for the Kentucky basketball family. Sure.
Yeah. I had a similar instance, not the same, but watching a NASCAR truck race up in Nashville at the fairgrounds, and this guy come up, and me and my buddy had our Auburn shirts on, and he goes, "You guys Auburn fans?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, I used to coach basketball down there," and I went, "Oh my goodness, it's Sonny Smith."
Oh wow!
So we got to sit there with Coach Smith throughout the race. It was really cool. So we got to end the conversation here with T-Bone.
Yeah, T-Bone.
He's racing. He's wrestling up.
Yeah, he's this whole year he's been where he's a varsity wrestler instead of freshman or JV, and he had the choice. The JV team is wrestling at Grissom this morning, but he had the opportunity to go down to Daphne to it's called the Heaton Memorial Duels. There's Foley and Hoover and Auburn and tons of different schools that are down there wrestling today. And so he went down last night, and it's been a challenge for him because he's right around 230 pounds, and he's wrestling in the 285 class. And
he's still young.
He's a freshman, so he's going up against seniors and juniors. So it's been, but what I've been kind of proud of him in the sense of that, he knew that he's probably going to lose more than he'll win. But, learning from kids that are just as inexperienced as him doesn't really help him that much. So he's chose to wrestle up, and he got his first win last night. Well, technically he'd already had a win because there was a forfeit, but he refuses to let a forfeit be counted on his win category. So he was it was 0-3, and they got that. So he's 1-4, and then this morning he picked up another win this morning.
Hey, great! I was wondering how.
So on the weekend so far he's 2-2, and he's got I think either 2 or 3 more matches today. But
good for him.
It's fun, and he's really I know Coach Pecor's been on your show, and Coach Pecor's been really good at mentoring Timothy and really working with him, and I think this will help in his football career too.
Oh, definitely.
Be able to do that. But yeah, exciting stuff.
Before we let you go, throw out that number. How can we get these Havoc tickets?
Yeah, 256-518-6160. You call, and tickets are available tonight. With it being a standalone, I would go ahead and call. The office is already open, so go ahead and call and get your tickets now.
Sounds good. Thanks, Clay. Good talking to you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Clay Coleman, Freak Daddy, with the Huntsville Havoc. He's our Huntsville Havoc hookup. We're live from the lobby of Spraggins Hall, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be interviewing some more of the UAH coaching staff, but it's time to take a break. We'll be right back.
Congratulations to David Goff, Lori Brooks, Patrick Duryea, Brandy Kirkpatrick, Matthew Shelton, and Hannah Overton, this week's Howl with the Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Enter your name for our weekly drawing at tailgatetalk.net, and you may be one of our next winners. Tailgate Talk will be right back.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community will recognize. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I'm a First National Bank Student Advisory Board member, Rainey Oakley, from Elmont High School. I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great, member FDIC.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elmont is your friendly local contractor, servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Are you getting the propane service you deserve? At Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore, you always get the most value for your dollar, professional gas personnel who make safety a high priority, and you can always get in touch with them any day of the year at any time. They accept Visa and MasterCard too. So if you're not happy with your present propane supplier, join the many who have made the switch. Give Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore a call at 256-423-3320. The Play Action Sports Report is back in podcast form. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
This is Michael Dornay, former Big Out at the University of Alabama. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Roll Tide.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, live from the lobby of Spraggins Hall. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we have Coach Akasha Kasper, the ladies lacrosse coach, the new ladies lacrosse coach. 2 years ago, we were here, and there was a different lady that was the lacrosse coach. So we get to start the interview all over again, get to ask all the same questions. And ladies and gentlemen, Coach Kasper is nervous. She's like really nervous. She wanted a list of the questions before. I'm like, heck, I ain't got the list of questions before. We don't know what we're going to talk about. Oh, except the first thing, all this mud out here. Your girls are strictly instructed to take their cleats off before they come into the lobby, right?
They are indeed. You
Yes.
probably saw them out here stripping their cleats off.
They were out there banging them on the concrete, and one girl looked like she was about to die. Was this a overly hard practice? I mean, girl looked like she's ready to vom.
Well, this has been our first week of practice back for the spring semester. We got our first inter-squad scrimmage out there. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's been a long week, but they've been working hard. They're actually in the weight room right now, finishing up this week.
Sweet. So I rolled around. I was in my truck, and I said, "That's the women's lacrosse team. Come on, roll over and look." And then a couple of folks looking at me because I was driving slow, and I said, "I better just get over here and park." They have the police called on me. Stalking girls. BTK over here stalking the girls. Oh, me. So where did you come from? Your state of origin and all that stuff. What led you to UAH?
I actually grew up in North Carolina.
What part?
Greensboro area.
Okay.
So I guess, start my lacrosse career. I started actually playing my freshman year in high school. My PE teacher at the time got me into it. I ended up playing in college, and after I finished up at Queens playing, I took a job in graphic design actually, and I decided I wanted to get back to the sport.
It's my son's field.
Really,
yeah.
I absolutely loved it, and I couldn't couldn't stay away from it for long. So I had a couple assistant jobs along the way. I was fortunate to get a little bit of head coaching experience from the University of Charleston up in West Virginia. And then, when this opportunity came up and Dr. Kate Smith offered me the job, I couldn't turn it down, and I'm glad I'm here now.
Well, you're closer, a little closer to Greensboro.
Farther, actually.
Oh, really?
This is actually the furthest I've been away from, my parents or whatever you want to call home.
Gotcha.
So we're about 8 hours from home now, but I cannot complain. I absolutely love it here. So.
I go to Mount Airy a lot.
Okay, yeah,
That's
not far.
one of my go-to places I have
Gotcha.
to work in all the time. So I love it. One of the hardest thing about going to Mayberry is leaving Mayberry. Folks, it's great up there. So back to lacrosse. Let's see. We talked about you had the scrimmage. Let's see. Other than goals, okay, here's something I've been wondering. Other than the obvious goals, like in basketball, there's such a thing as a triple-double.
Yeah.
There are, scores, rebounds, assists. Are there any other things that, let's say, that you can be awarded during the game that don't count as a goal?
There's a ton of different things, statistically speaking, that you can be awarded. I think the biggest thing that we're focusing on with the team this year as we're kind of transitioning into a new style of play is just possession in general. And there's a lot of things that come along with that. We're focusing very heavily on our draw controls. That's what starts our game and what starts in between every single goal.
Yes.
It's a 50-50 possession
ball.
Yep, essentially, yes. Yeah. We're focusing a lot on possession and really taking care of those 50-50 balls. So, I think draw controls are something that we focus heavily on. Ground balls is something we focus heavily on. We want to be the team that's, doing the dirty work and getting our 50-50 possessions and, making those more 80-20 possessions than 50-50 for our team.
So you see, when they have the ball in the net on the stick and they're flipping it back and forth, they look and they I'm sure it's not the correct word, but they fling it to the other person who has the stick. Now, and because it's come to my mind.
I'm going to start using that terminology.
Don't.
It might be more entertaining.
Please don't.
How many flings did
did you get in the game? Well, I got 32 flings, Coach. But
fling it here.
Fling it. Hey, I'm open. Fling it. You just mentioned ground balls. I mean, do a lot of the balls? Are they ground balls? Do they catch them in the air? Catch them on the bounce?
Well, we're hoping if they're on the ground, it's the other team's fault, right?
Gotcha.
But, sometimes after the draw control or, if we cause a turnover, it's change of possession. Mm-hmm. That ball will be on the ground. So that's what ground balls, any change of possession or anything off the draw. That
you got to reach down and pick it up.
Yeah, we got to get nice and low, get after the ball, and, like I said, just doing the hard work.
Sometimes in hockey, they can, if the puck gets tipped up in the air, they can grab it, but they got to put it straight down.
Yep.
What about the lacrosse?
No
you
hands.
Can't touch that
Only
thing.
Our goalies. That's it.
Oh, really?
Only our goalies in their goal circle.
Cool. So you can fling it, but you can't touch it.
Right. Yeah. There you go. You got it.
I never really thought about that because you got soccer and hockey.
You can't touch it with soccer unless you're a goalie.
Yeah.
Unless you're a keeper. Excuse me.
But then lacrosse, everybody's got the sticks and everything. I just didn't even think about them even using their hands,
Can't do it.
Or even the goalies,
Yeah.
Our goalies are the only ones that are allowed, but their little goal circle that they have, that's the only space that they can use their hands within that goal circle.
How much bigger is the goalie? What do you call it, the end of the stick? Net?
It's quite a bit bigger.
Yeah,
their stick, is quite a bit bigger for our goalies.
That's cool. Huh. Feel like Chris Farley. You remember that time? Y'all played lacrosse? That's cool. That's really cool. Just think she was nervous to come on.
She had no idea.
I know, right? So are you able to recruit? Last coach we talked to, she mentioned having to really recruit up in the north.
Yes.
Because there's not a lot of lacrosse beneath the Mason-Dixon line, so to speak.
Right.
Is it still the same, or can you go to North Carolina? Like, you played in North Carolina.
Right.
Can you go to North Carolina and find?
You can. It's expanded quite a bit. Northeast is still predominantly the heavy recruiting area. It's really kind of where the sport, has grown from the youth area. Mm-hmm. We do struggle a bit in the South. Soccer seasons overlap with lacrosse in the South. Up north, soccer's all in the fall, kind of like it is in college. So that makes it a bit more difficult. But, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, even Texas, and out in California, has really started expanding lacrosse-wise, and really kind of become a little bit of hotbed areas. So we have a few girls from non-traditional areas now, and I think as we start to recruit more and kind of change our strategies, some of those areas we'll definitely start to pull from as well.
Do they contact you? Do you find them?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
A little bit of both. You know, we have a lot of kids that reach out before recruiting tournaments, and then there's a lot, you know, we go to tournaments, we see kids from those areas, we'll reach out to them afterwards. So we're trying to expand our recruiting efforts and, you know, give opportunities to some of those non-traditional areas.
Yeah.
As you know now, I'm from North Carolina, which is a non-traditional area. My assistant's actually from California. So we're both kind of familiar with the non-traditional recruiting areas, and we, you know, want to give opportunities to those kids as well.
Cool.
Well, have you got any players from around here on the team this year?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't have any from in-state. I would say probably our closest kids, we have a couple from Tennessee, a couple from Georgia, and a couple from Kentucky are probably our closest kids currently on the roster.
Okay. All right, because I knew that James Clemens, I don't know that they've got an official school team. I don't think they do. It's more like a club.
Yeah, all of the
here.
lacrosse in the state currently is all kind of club pace. None of it's sanctioned by the state just yet. I think as it grows within the youth programs up through the high school, it'll transition, but we're not quite there yet. So.
Wow. They've got esports, but not lacrosse.
Exactly. They got
crazy how things work out,
bass
right?
fishing and bowling, but not
yeah.
I know, right? But, of course, bass fishing, something everybody does here.
Yeah,
most folks do.
I don't know anything about that.
So today you had your first scrimmage. When's your first match?
Our first game is February 11th. We play the 11th and 13th down in Florida, so we're on the road to kick off our season.
What part of Florida?
We're playing St. Leo first, and then we play Tampa, our first two games.
Yep. They have some good, is it called a pitch? Is that what it's called when you're out there? Or field?
Game field.
Yeah, game field. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
His pitch is more soccer.
Yeah, soccer's pitch, Quidditch. That old
there you
chestnut from.
They might fling balls around on
fling
the pitch,
balls
I'm
on
not
the
sure.
Well, with the Quidditch, you've got the beaters and the those things. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate your appreciate your time and best of luck this season. And
thank you.
Hopefully next year COVID will allow us to come back again in January. We'll
absolutely.
Talk to you again.
Would love to have it.
And if anybody wants to come, are there tickets?
I think our tickets are being covered by one of the banks in the area this year.
Okay.
But we do have 4 home games, so we'd love to get a big crowd out there.
That would be great. Look at that, uah.edu, and go through the thing. You'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Coach Kasper.
Thank you so much.
Good to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing busy and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got You Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 389 West Sandifer Road in Athens. Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. Listen this basketball season as WKAC brings you action from the Athens High Golden Eagles. Join us for play-by-exciting play of varsity girls and boys games on our sports stream at WKAC1080.com. Tune in to WKAC and hear the replay each Saturday at noon, and then check it out on our website on demand. Athens High Golden Eagles basketball this season online at WKAC1080.com and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Elkhart Girls Basketball Coach Tom Waller, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here from the lobby of Spraggins Hall. Tom McClung, old Tom Kent here, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We still got Taylor Flatt. He's sitting right over there just in case he's needed. He's on the bench or in the bullpen in case in case we need him for some more airtime. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, we've got the coach who refuses to come in and sit with us. No, I'm just playing. Coach Andrea Lemmond, women's basketball coach. Second time on the show that I remember, maybe more. Coach Lemmond, welcome back to the show.
Well, thanks for having me back. And again, I'm sorry I can't be in person.
That's okay. We do
time,
put deodorant on, just saying.
Well, if I could be there, I would.
I know. Well, no, we're just funning a little bit. We had Coach Kasper on a little while ago, the lacrosse coach, and she was nervous, and I don't know why, but we talked the nerves out of her a little bit. She opened up and shared with us a little more.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. What, Coach? Couple of close losses this year, but you're on a 2-game winning streak, from what I can tell. And talk about the year so far.
Yeah, we kind of had a little bit of a slow start. We battled some injuries early. We did not dress out an entire squad until January the 6th.
Wow.
So for us to finally kind of get everybody back healthy and getting everybody back rotating in the lineup. So I was really excited for us once we got everybody back to pick up those 2 road wins.
Well, once you got everybody,
and it's shorter.
Looks like once you got everybody back into the lineup, you picked up 2 quick wins right there.
We did. I mean, we had Holly Harris, who's a senior for us, who's done just phenomenal things for us her entire career. I mean, she was sidelined the first 10 games, I think. So just having that leadership and that senior, somebody that brings so much to our team in so many ways, to be out the whole time. And Alexis Woods was also out for about the first 6 or 8 games. So we kind of had some growing pains there, and the younger ones had to grow up a little bit, and I think it was really good for them to get some experience that maybe they wouldn't have had as early on. So they've just kind of gained some confidence with them, and like you said, now that we've got everybody able to rotate back into the lineup, I was excited to see us come out on top in those 2 Gulf South wins. Well, speaking of younger ones, you've got one from East Limestone that we've watched play several years. We do. Jaira Rogers, she's like I said, we kind of had to throw her into the fire real early as a freshman when Alexis was out for so long. She's done really good. She gets our system. She's such a smart player, and she's been putting up some really good numbers as a freshman. I'm excited to see what else she can do throughout her career.
She was really strong in high school. If the ball ever got on the block, the ball was going in or she was going to the free throw line most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Tim, you got anything?
I think she's shooting about 60% from the field for us. So.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So your next game here is at Spraggins Hall, I believe.
We had to postpone this weekend's games due to some COVID protocols. So we had to push we're supposed to play today and we were supposed to play on Thursday like the guys did. Our plan is we've rescheduled that Thursday game for this coming Tuesday against Christian Brothers.
Okay.
So if all goes well, whenever we get back on campus and testing goes well, we should be able to play Tuesday at 4:00 against Christian Brothers to make up that game. But unfortunately, we haven't gotten the time to make up our Union game just yet.
Now, does everybody have to be clear, or is there a certain before you can play? Or how's that work?
Well, since they've separated us, they've sent us off campus and kind of separated us for the 5 days. So whenever we get back, I guess anybody that is negative and we have enough to play, we should be good to go since they're not together.
Okay. All right. Those rules seem like they change every day.
They do change. It seems like they're changing from high school to college to. Each situation seems to be its own situation now.
They do. It's kind of hard to keep up with it at times, but we're just trying to do the best we can, following the guidelines that the NCAA puts out and the CDC, and just trying to stay healthy and play some basketball games.
And have a little fun along the way, right?
Have a little fun. There you go.
That's cool. We ask, of course, this may be a redundant question. We asked Coach Kasper a little while ago. They still, being lacrosse, it's a specialized sport that's not recognized in the state of Alabama. It's mostly club stuff that's going on right now. What some of the areas that you can recruit for? And what I meant by a redundant question, you have Jira Rogers from just across the county line. Do you have many others?
Alexis, I think.
Alexis,
she's from Athens.
Oh, okay. Well, again, so. But good point. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we've actually got 3 from Athens. Elena Taylor is also from Athens. Her and Alexis got to play together, I think, 1 or 2 years in high school.
That's great. That is great.
No, I love to have local kids. I think it brings more to our community and kind of excitement to our program. So if there's good players locally, we're definitely going to go after them first. But we do most of our recruiting during the summer months. Whenever we get to go out to those AAU tournaments, we can go up to Louisville, Kentucky, or Nashville, Tennessee, and see about 400 teams in one weekend.
That's
so
pretty
just kind of
good.
sit there, and we like I said, we like to watch the local teams and a lot of the southern teams. Most of our roster is Alabama and Tennessee. We do have a couple from Georgia from time to time. We're going to have a Mississippi girl coming in and joining us next year. So. Mostly like to keep it right here in the South because I feel like with young women, they want the opportunity kind of more so than young men to if they've got an off day, they'd like to jump in the car and go home and get a home cooked meal. So I know I was that way as a college student too. So
that's true. It's hard to beat mama's cooking, especially when you live in the dorms.
Yeah.
So when you go to those AEU tournaments, I'm sure you've done some research before. You've got a couple of folks you're wanting to look at. Do you ever get the surprise kid that, where'd she come from kind of thing?
Yeah, that definitely happens. We kind of get the schedule and we'll make the list. All right, we need to go see this team. We've heard this kid's good. We know she's from, maybe local. We need to go watch them. But yeah, you go to some of those games and you're like, no, wait, who is this other team? And who is that kid for sure? But yeah, there's no exact science to it. And every coach kind of has their own system and method in how they do it. I feel like people ask all the time, like, what's the secret to recruiting? It's not really a secret to it. It's just, you do the legwork, you go watch them live, and it's just really kind of a gut feeling on how you feel like they would fit into your system and fit into your program and how they could kind of excel for 4 years.
Whenever you go in, you've got high school, you've got club or AAU. Does AAU have, a lot of advantage over, if you're playing AAU versus high school? I mean, as far as recruiting goes, I mean, do these kids have more of an advantage than so they would?
Well, I think they get a lot more experience playing with good players. Sometimes some high schools may only really kind of have one or two good players. So it's just kind of hard to get just that experience with better competition and more competition and getting to play teams from different states and kind of all over the country and getting to play with different type of players. So I think that really helps players kind of develop when they're not having to play against the same type of players or same type of teams.
And these AAU tournaments are huge, especially the ones like you were mentioning, they're like in Nashville and places like that. All across Texas. One of my times years ago when I was flying, well, I'm still flying, but in Texas I was flying, and there was this gentleman that looked really familiar in the gate. I thought, no, that's not him. So we land in Houston Hobby leaving DFW, and it's Marquise Daniels. Used to play at Auburn, and he was down with his nephew in one of the big AAU tournaments. So
yeah,
he was kind enough and I called my son, and he left him a voicemail for. That was pretty nice of him. He didn't have to do that. So, but yes, those tournaments are large, and there's a lot of ball players out there.
It is, and we joke about it sometimes. Walking around and watching different games. If Gino Ariema walks up behind us, we know we're probably on the wrong court.
Hey, who knows? It maybe.
Those are fun games to watch as well.
No doubt. What's your biggest surprise you've ever come up with out of that you could land as a scholarship or land as a basketball player at UAH, if you can remember one?
A biggest surprise?
Like when you go to the tournaments and you don't know this young lady playing, and wow, she's blown you away, and then next thing you know, she's at UAH.
Oh man.
Not meaning to put you on the spot or anything.
Well, I'm just trying to think through our roster here. I don't really know.
Sorry about that, Coach.
I do remember Alexis whenever she called me. Alexis Woods, whenever she called me to commit. I do. It kind of. I said what? Because it kind of happened quick. Because we went after her hard. I remember her coming to camp, and I was working with the post players, and I was guarding Alexis inside, and she made a tough post move and about knocked me down to the floor, kind of knocked me back off my feet. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, "No, ma'am, do it again. Do it again." So I gave her the ball, and I played defense on her again. She about took me down again, and so that was kind of a fun story that we have. But yeah, I don't know. Probably one of the biggest surprises, and it wasn't here at UAH, but I remember going to watch a potential walk-on when I was a recruiting coordinator at Sanford, and I made the trip somewhere just outside of Chattanooga, and I was just going to watch a kid that I thought we might offer a walk-on spot to, and she was playing against some other kid that we had never seen, we had never heard of, and we ended up offering the other kid a full scholarship, and she came to Sanford and had a good career for us.
That's awesome. That is great. Well, Coach, we want to thank you for joining us and wish you best of luck in the season. Keep your roster healthy and make it 2-game win streak, 3, 4, and 5.
All right, sounds good to me. Sorry I couldn't be with you guys.
We was just
having me on.
We was just funning, Coach Lemmond. That's all good. We appreciate you taking your time.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
See y'all.
See you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Coach Andrea Lemmond, head coach of the women's basketball team. And it's time to take a break. We're live here at Spraggins Hall. You're listening to the Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Congratulations to Ardmore's Drew Daly, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Drew picks up a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Hey guys, this is Joanna for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. Many of you are searching for Bible study materials for your Bible classes. Our best-selling Bible curriculum, Discovering God's Way, is a reliable tool for teaching students of all ages through the Bible in its entirety. We're sure you'll love this curriculum, and if you'd like to see other options of Bible classes, we'll be happy to help you select from our topical studies. So stop struggling with the search and come by and let us help you select reliable and meaningful study materials for your class today. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
The new year is upon us, and 2022 gives you too many reasons to upgrade. With Ardmore Telephone Company's broadband internet, you will be more productive working from home, enjoy seamless streaming, and blast your competition with more bandwidth. There are too many benefits to list. Upgrade your internet service today. Call ATC at 800-830-9946. New internet customers get the first month free.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Dan Loria, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, Old Time Cat here, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're live in the lobby of Spraggins Hall, watching all these athletes going back and forth and back and forth. We've got the guy here now. You may remember him from the Huntsville Times years ago, Mark McCarter. He is the Assistant AD of External Relations. Did I get that correct?
That's about right, yep.
All right. So you're basically able to tell us which sport's walking through, which sport's going through, who the players are.
That's right. It's been a crowded lobby. Our basketball team just got through with, I guess, some film study upstairs and filtered through, and lacrosse players came out of the locker room. And
trash talking the basketball team, and it runs into the door.
Sure. Yep. That's our. So, it's an amazing variety of sports here, though.
It is.
Having had a lacrosse here in the last couple of years.
And not only is it one of the top engineering schools in the country, it also is an amazing bunch of sports here.
It really is. It's I covered this program for a long time and came to a lot of games here, and it's just always impressed me, even back then as a journalist, just the way this program went about its business.
Right.
And then what Cade Smith has done as athletic director and the mission that he has and the way he operates this program, it just made it so easy for me to actually, I'd retired, so I came out of retirement. There's no
really. You come out of retirement to do this gig?
Yeah, I was going to. I had everything. I had a couple of other things in the works, and a wife who said, "Yeah, go ahead, and it's time to retire." And then we started talking about this, and that just, I think, shows how much this program means to me, and how much it's impressed me through the years, and certainly what Cade does.
Yeah. So what does Cade do, and explain a little bit about your job?
Okay. Well, Cade is our director of athletics. Which means he oversees all of our programs and works with our coaches and just tries to create as great an environment here for the student athletes that he can. And I'm just sort of part of the team here, trying to help with get the message out and to get more partners involved with us.
Okay.
For all those years, I was around a lot of big-time athletics, covering college football and going to bowl games and Final Fours and things like that. But there's just something really special here that I think we like to remind the community of and sell the community on, that this is a place that's it's not big time. There's a little more purity to this than that big time business of D1 sports, but we still can operate this in a big time fashion, and that's what we're trying to do, and make sure that it's a big time experience for the student athletes, and just try to remind the community, hey, you can be. We don't use the word sponsor. We want partners who work with us and join us in helping financially support the program and help just provide all the things our student athletes need.
And the facilities here are outstanding.
This is great. We in Spraggins, where we are right now, we won't be next year. And this, at least this exact spot, but it'll look a little different. Where as soon as the final game of the basketball season is over with, we're going to have a transformation of Spraggins Hall. It's got a few years. I'm looking over your shoulder. There's a plaque on the wall that says this was built in '77.
Yeah.
And I have to remind myself, it's still it's a great building. It's a great building for fans and for our staff and student athletes, but we want to modernize make it a little more spectator fan friendly and redo the lobby here and put some be able to do. We have a hospitality room now for some of our donors and supporters, but we want to be able to grow that experience too.
So what some of the if you can share some of the improvements that'll be made here.
Facelift here in the lobby, and then we do have what we call the varsity room that we're going to expand.
Okay.
That's it's a nice sizable room, but we just need to make it nicer and larger just to be able for fans that come in before the game. Our coaches are so loyal. The coaches will pop in 20 minutes before tip-off even and give a quick little scouting report.
Oh, cool.
To a group of fans that gather in there. We provide some little light meal for them and a place to go and a good experience. And then we'll have probably even another meeting room here, and just modernize it. And even the front of the building. We have it's still going to be the same building, but we're just going to put a little more lipstick on it.
How many of the sports actually work out of here, say coaches' offices and things like that?
All the coaches are headquartered here, and in a suite of offices there. And of course, the teams that play their events here are men's and women's basketball and volleyball. And we have indoor facility. We have a workout facility for our indoor track team upstairs. Then we have just a quarter mile away or less Charger Park, which is home to our baseball field, softball field,
gotcha,
and the multi-purpose field for soccer and lacrosse. And then
all right,
what we want to be able to do down the road, we'd love to be able to provide a good on-campus facility for track and field.
Yes.
Which that's one of those sports where you wind up. It's not necessarily as much head-to-head competition like home-and-home basketball schedules, but having a home for those guys is going to be important for us.
You said the indoor track, is that upstairs?
Well, it's not a track itself, but just facilities behind the bleachers. There's just to be able to run vaulting pits, things like that.
Gotcha.
So the indoor track, the track team will work out in this building.
That's excellent.
Now, I asked Taylor about this before we actually got on the air, and I don't want to catch you off guard. I noticed a door here that says UAH Chargers Hockey.
Right.
All right. They had the big fundraising deal that went on here a couple of years ago, and I told Taylor I've been getting these emails, several emails, and it's all the same cut and paste type thing, wanting to save UAH hockey. And I think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding going on out there about the situation there.
And Cade can elaborate on this even better than I, but hockey is suspended. The challenge was finding a conference in which we could play. Mm-hmm. The conference in which we participated in the past folded. Members from there joined other conferences, and our applications and inquiries about joining other conferences, they didn't want us in the club, and geography works against us, obviously, guys. It's really it's a challenge, and it's something that, again, suspended is the key word. the right kind of calls, right kind of conversations, but basically, you can't survive. I mean, y'all can see that even in D1 football. How many teams can really thrive and survive in D1 football as independent if you're not one of the academies or your name's not Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, exactly.
And I don't see a lot of gold domes around here except maybe my own. And
I got one close. I'm close there, buddy.
So it's at this point. So being able to compete as an independent just was not feasible to try to schedule. It would have been nothing but road games and certainly having to just spend a lot of money to get folks in here. So we've been appreciative of the fans and the alums that have supported that program. What's great is to see so many folks that we kind of, it was easy to classify as, well, they're hockey people. No, they're UAH people.
Yeah.
They're out here at basketball games, and they're offering their support as partners and ticket holders. So it's
Well, and that's what Taylor told me, but I'm thinking
that's
that
what
there's
Taylor
probably
told me to tell you. No. It's been a great tradition, and I was my really second month on the job, I guess, when I came here in '98 as columnist at the Times, was the national championship. I remember the excitement over that. And it's
played Bemidji State to get that, didn't you?
Yeah, the hated Bemidji State Beavers.
Have you ever been up there?
No, but I had one of my favorite lines from a column was interviewing a woman who worked there before they played, and they were going to bring down their pep band even for the championship. And I said, pep band? She goes, oh, yeah, and we're internationally famous. I went, what? She goes, oh, yeah, we play in Canada all the time. So,
the reason I ask is I went to International Falls, which is just like close to Bemidji State, and it's cold up there.
I can imagine.
We were doing winter snow testing, so yeah, it was cold.
Wow. But yeah, I just, it seems to me, I mentioned the emails, that people might think that there's something kind of, they raised all this money. What have they done with it?
Oh yeah, and it was spent. It took care of paying the bills for this team to play last year.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, it's not. It certainly didn't go into my salary. Anyway, it's funny. We were laughing and offline a little bit as some of the student athletes came out, and one of the guys sort of tripped, and one of the lacrosse players being goofy. But we have promotion, or we have an event coming up in a couple of weeks. At halftime, we're going to honor all of our 4.0 student athletes.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
And it's remarkable. There are schools, most people that we play are celebrating and honoring their 3.0 athletes at halftimes and those kind of ceremonies. And here we're able to, we're doing the 4.0 guys. If we were to do 3.0 at student athletes at this university, we'd be here for 2 days. It's just such a bright bunch of guys.
And that's a statement to the college itself, because what I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but once you graduate with the engineering degree at UAH, it's the highest paid salary coming. You get the highest paid average nominal mean salary.
This is a great place for these folks to launch their careers, especially with engineering. And then again, the school's become, even in my time in town, the last 20 years, gone from being just that almost pure engineering school we talked about to so many other degree programs, between nursing program and business, and they are. I think it shows a lot about this university that doesn't have a journalism program, because that's really where the dumb people go. But yeah, it's spectacular. And then 46% of our student athletes remain in the Huntsville area after graduation. Yes. And so you see the student athletes back here at games, and they're bringing their kids with them to games, and that's foundation we're trying to build on now. Even with part of my task is how do we further galvanize these alums and former student athletes to make sure that they're going to be continuing to support the program financially, but also just to be here and play in our golf tournaments and be at games and. it's neat to see these guys. I'm seeing guys that I covered when I first got here, and they're showing up with their 1-year-old in their arms watching a basketball game, and it's really neat. And again, that they stay around here, they're going to be, and this is one of the things we talk about with our partners is these are going to be the folks who are going to be the loyal customers for you, and it's great having them here, so many of these guys.
Oh, that's great. Well, Mark, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, joining us on this Saturday morning to talk on the radio.
Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks to Taylor for getting it hooked up, and we'll try to do it again next year, buddy.
We look forward to it. Thanks,
there you
fellas.
go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark McCarter, Assistant AD, the External Relations, and it was a great interview. Good talking to him. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. Are you getting the propane service you deserve? At Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore, you always get the most value for your dollar, professional gas personnel who make safety a high priority, and you can always get in touch with them any day of the year at any time. They accept Visa and MasterCard too. So if you're not happy with your present propane supplier, join the many who have made the switch. Give Ferguson LP Gas in Ardmore a call at 256-423-3320. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Check out the WKAC sports page. Go to WKAC1080.com and click on the WKAC sports icon. You can listen to the current sports stream as well as game archives, past coaches shows, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk on demand. If you're on your smartphone, you can stay automatically updated as new items are posted. The WKAC sports page. Another reason why your best source for Limestone County sports is WKAC1080.com and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is Rusty Brand, head coach of the Athens Bible School varsity boys basketball team, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about the action. 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 about that action.
We are live here in the lobby of Spraggins Hall. Tom McClung, old Tomcat, here alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we've got our man, our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham, on. Let's talk a little national championship, a little SEC basketball that seems to be in swing. Hey, AP, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Well, you told us you were staying in Lower Alabama for the
that's right.
for the national championship game. I think they needed you out there, man.
The lucky charm was not there.
It was not there. But it's a hard-fought game. I never expected Georgia to win it just because I didn't think Kirby could handle the big-time game. But go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I picked Alabama to win that game 27-24 because I thought they couldn't guard Jamison Williams, and they couldn't.
No,
but then he got hurt there in the second quarter, and then they had these young receivers they had to turn to, and they made some catches, but they had some drops as well. The tight ends dropped the ball, so Bryce Young didn't get much help throughout the game, but Alabama was ahead 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and the only thing that really concerned me was they were driving for the tying touchdown, possibly with the 2-point conversion, and they were on about the 40-yard line with 54 seconds, I believe, the timeout or two, and they were making consistent yardage with the short pass, and then they decided to throw it down the right sideline for about 30 yards, and then they came back, I think, in the next play down the left side. It was intercepted. They went back for the touchdown, sealed the game, but I just didn't understand why they abandoned that strategy of making 8, 9, 10 yards. They were going to get close. My question was, what was the 2-point play? What would they call to make those 2 points and tie up the game? So that was just the disappointment I had. I mean, they played Georgia. It was a tough ball game, as you said, and their defense was much more active and quicker to the ball. Their defensive linemen were in better shape, it seemed, or they had a better plan to harass Bryce Young, which they did.
Yes, I like what you said about that pass game, 8 to 10 yards, 2-minute offense. Quick out is difficult to defend if the timing's there, and you step out of bounds and you lose, 3 to 4 seconds maybe in that. So,
yes, plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time with timeouts. But what do you think the 2-point conversion play would be had they scored?
I don't know. You try to go to your tight ends there because I hate that fade pattern.
Oh, I despise the fade pattern.
Oh, I despise that play when it's your only play.
Yes.
I saw that with Auburn against Penn State. I couldn't believe they made that call. But maybe you go to one of those tight ends and hopefully they catch the ball. The two dropped that one touchdown. That hurt them. But maybe you go to one of those tight ends.
Yeah. I was thinking the rub route maybe from the wide receiver and the tight end. But
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be another option as well, for sure. That's a popular play.
So football season's over. Do you follow the basketball team like say the football?
Well, yeah. I mean, I zoom in on the calls, and I went to the Alabama-Auburn basketball game. I wanted to see both teams up close and personal, and that Auburn roster is impressive. They have tremendous length. They have some muscle with number 44. He played an excellent ball game.
He did.
He blocked some shots. Got some tough rebounds, a dunk or two, and I really liked him. Of course, Smith, highly skilled player. I mean, he's going to be one of the top 3 players, I believe, selected in the NBA draft. Smooth on his shot, can drive to the basket. He can block some shots. He's young, of course, and will gain weight in the coming years, but he's a terrific ball player. And those guards they had, the one from Detroit, quick. He has a lot of moxie. Drive to the basket.
Wendell Green.
Shooter from the parking lot.
Yeah, that's Wendell.
Yeah, he's very good. Very good. And when you looked at Alabama's roster, they're very thin compared to Auburn, it seemed to me. Didn't have a lot of physical players. I mean, quickness, of course, and some length, but Auburn had a better roster. And then there were some questionable plays by the guards at Alabama. Especially at the end of the game, there was an open 3 shot. It was right in front of me.
Right there. Talk about that one because it's all over. The Justin Hokanson with On 3 Live talked about why didn't he take that shot?
I don't know. He was sitting there pretty for the corner shot, and then he made the head fake and drove to the basket, threw up a wild air ball against these guys that are 6'10" and above. I just didn't understand, because that's his shot is three-pointer. So I don't know why he hesitated. He was probably thinking about it himself after the ball game. But Alabama, this team has 5 losses at the moment. If they end up with 10 losses, that would be pretty good for them, because you have to play Kentucky twice, and Arkansas, and A&M, and Auburn
and
on
LSU.
the road. I mean, they had these losses: Davidson, Iona, Memphis, and Auburn, and one other one was in there. I'm escaping me at the moment, but some of those losses could have been prevented if they played harder. And I hate the fact that Nate Oates more than once has used the word effort. That really upsets me, because you never hear Bruce Pearl saying, "Oh, well, our team's effort was not good tonight." I don't think I've heard him say that. No,
if he ever says anything, I've got to go back and we got to coach up a little better or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So Alabama, they can't afford not to have the defensive effort. Last year, that's what brought them along to be an NCAA tournament team.
Yes.
Was a top 5 in the defensive efficiency. I think this year they're in the 50s. That's a dramatic change for this team.
Now, number 44 you was talking about for Auburn, that's Dylan Cardwell. He stepped up big because the 7'1" center Walker Kessler got in foul trouble early.
Yes, he did.
Ended up fouling out of the game, but
yes.
But Dylan was out on the perimeter blocking 3-point shots.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and it was kind of curious to me when the guards from Alabama tried to attempt a shot, and they were kind of nonchalant about it. Normally, if you're a guard, you're going to get a bigger player. You're kind of moving very quickly and trying to catch them off guard. But they kind of just, launched it instead of just showing some quickness with the release.
Yep. And Auburn's big advantage this year is depth. Since they've got Alan Flanagan back,
yes,
they're playing 11.
Ball player, left-hander. Left-hander is always difficult to guard, and he can go to the basket and be creative. He's pretty strong, and that's a big time return for them. When you come back healthy and contributing, especially offensively. You're always looking for players in the final minutes. Who can I give the ball to that can create their own shot, regardless of we're playing well, we're passing the ball to the right person. We need somebody that can give them the ball. They're going to get a decent shot to give us a chance to win the ball game.
And Alabama goes on a hot streak at the end of the game. I'm not sure if they tie it up or bring it within 1, but like you mentioned, Alan Flanagan, the lefty, gets fouled, and his first points of the night, he hit 4 straight free throws after 2 fouls. And
that's clutch.
That's clutch. That's what you want. And Jabari Smith, I'll go back to him, number 10. Coach Pearl said of him, he said, "I knew he was a great jump shooter, but I didn't know he'd be the greatest jump shooter I've ever coached." And that's saying a lot for the kid.
That is. In his first game at Alabama, 25 points against the arch rival. That's pretty strong.
And he's
that's an impressive night.
18 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Like you said, he's young. He is young.
Yes. And he's flamboyant, too. He likes to play to the crowd. And that's fine. Paul, you're out there. They can see you.
Yes.
I mean, you can hear what they're saying. It's not like football, 100,000 people, you don't hear, you hear the noise, but you're not sure what they're saying. But in basketball, you can hear the taunts, and he responded very well. And that's okay if he plays to the crowd, but you want to make sure it doesn't get out of control. When I say out of control, it affects his ability to play.
Yeah. I think he got a technical for that earlier in the year, so more than likely coach is keeping him reined in to where he's not getting technicals again.
Yeah, you don't want to dampen their enthusiasm.
No,
we want to show some class here. We want to have fun, but we want to keep it within a certain parameter. But you need somebody who's very confident in basketball, because you're going to go to some places where it's so loud. Maybe the lighting's different. Maybe your team's having a tough night shooting the ball, and everybody's shying away from that last shot. I don't think you'll see him shy away.
No. Auburn goes to Ole Miss today. Where does Bama play?
Mississippi State. Mississippi State got some good ball players, some transfers, and that's always a pretty difficult game for Alabama over there. So they better come to play. What have they got? A 2-game losing streak. Talk about last Saturday. They lost to Missouri on the road. They were minus a couple of players. With that Cody Brown, he had 30 on him. They couldn't stop him, and that was not a good loss. Yeah, that was the other loss I couldn't remember.
Gotcha.
You mentioned a few moments ago. Yeah, you're not supposed to lose that game. You've got to continue to beat those teams on your schedule that aren't as good as you. Perceived not being as good as you. You can't be the upset of the week.
No, sir. Are they playing at Coleman or the Hump?
Oh, playing at the Hump.
At the Hump.
On the road.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
AP.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry. As always, a great conversation, man.
Hey, thank you very much. It's always my pleasure.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye now.
All right, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our Swami of the SEC on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, Mr. AP Steadham. And it's time to take a break. We're live from the lobby of Spraggins Hall, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
AP Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard every week on From the Press Box with AP on WHEP AM and FM in Foley, Alabama. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. If you're running out of space and a yard sale just isn't an option, Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage gives you the choice. Midpoint Storage on Highway 72 East has traditional or climate-controlled units along with spaces for your boat or RV. Buddy Box offers convenient, secured, portable storage units delivered right to your home. They're both locally owned, too. Call 256-800-4249. Look for them on Facebook or online at midpoint.storage.com or buddyboxstorage.com. It's a win-win situation. Midpoint Storage and Buddy Box Storage. 256-800-4249. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community will recognize. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I'm First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Carla Serrato from Tanner High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great. Member FDIC.
Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Tailgate Talk Saturday mornings at 10 as we announce the weekly winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Glenn DiTullio, head coach of the Huntsville Havoc, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we're live here at But as we said before in the lobby of Spraggins Hall, we just catching all the coaches. Matter of fact, we had to drag his next one out of the grocery store. She was doing, livelihood stuff, and we're talking about her, and she comes in and starts talking about her brother.
Yeah.
What'd you say about him? He was your parents'?
He is my parents' love child. He was born when I was 16, and he's coaching down at Coleman. And so, I know this is Athens area, and Athens and Coleman are like oil and water. But
yeah,
I've enjoyed following high school basketball this year. I can tell you that.
Yes, absolutely. So I had to get that in. I know Taylor's like, don't say that on the radio. Like, yes, we're going to say that one on the radio.
My sister was 13, and she was so embarrassed. And I was
really?
I was so excited because I was, when they told us, they already knew he was a boy.
Yeah.
So I was like, I played every sport. So I knew he was going to play every sport.
Right.
So it was great.
So what year was he born?
He was born in 1985.
85, okay. So he's 5 years older than my son.
Yeah.
Make a brother feel old right there.
Yeah, I know it.
Oh, me. So, Coach, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Les Steudeman here is the softball coach for the UAH Chargers. And how long have you been here? Long enough? I know you've been here when we were here the first time.
This is Team 27.
27?
Yep.
Wow.
I know. I got the job when I was 12.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, they must like you around here.
Well,
except for the new players, you got to.
Yeah, I got them all fooled. So
got them all fooled.
Yeah.
So talk about last year, 2021, and then building on 2022.
Well, 2021 was a good year for us. This group of kids who are super seniors, they lost 1 year because of COVID, so their fifth year. There's 4 of them. They've pretty much started every game for us their whole time here, and each year. They've only lost 1 series in this conference.
Wow.
And our conference is 4 or 5 deep on who can go to the World Series and who could have a chance to win it.
Really?
So we finished 3rd last year. A couple of games. We actually, the team that won the regular season, we beat them 2 out of 3. The team that finished 2nd, we beat them all 3. So we had a great year. The thing is they've been so good. This group of girls have been so good. So their idea of what is good,
right,
involves bringing home a trophy.
Yes.
And we did not bring home a trophy last year, although we made it to the NCAA tournament, which was a shortened field last year, and that was the 18th in a row for our program, and it's an NCAA Division II streak right now.
Sweet.
So we had a great year, and nobody around here thinks we did.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds like
including the coach.
That sounds like a fan base.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I know 1 or 2 myself.
I do not mind that at all. I feel the same way. But I feel like if I sit here and say we were so disappointed in this, and that's not fair, because really, we really had a good year. It's a really good group of kids, and we have some fantastic players.
Yes.
So. That.
But they're not satisfied.
No, and they won't be unless they bring home a trophy. Which that's the world we live in, and that's okay. But the teams that brought home the trophies last year were a heck of team. They were a heck of ball clubs.
Yeah.
So, you got to win at the end to get the trophy.
So when do y'all start working out?
Well,
shouldn't be too awful long.
No, we were supposed to. We're on a pause right now. We had what they're calling a cluster, and when somebody calls you and tells you your team's a cluster, you're like. I know. I've been here 27 years.
I know exactly what they are.
So anyway, we in a COVID cluster, which means we've had a couple little positives. So they shut you down for 5 days. So we're in a shutdown right now. So we'll be kicking it off, I guess, Wednesday.
Okay.
That's hard because we play in 24 days.
Wow.
23 days.
So is it indoor workouts depending on the weather, or outdoor workouts?
We go inside 1 day a week, and then the rest of the time we're outside.
Okay. Excellent. Now, the rules in high school is you can only start pitching at a certain date, or now when this is college, Division II, obviously. Can you go full bore into whatever you want to do?
Full bore day 1.
Good.
They don't.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they don't. They don't micromanage that. They micromanage a lot, but not
Right.
that in the quote unquote season. They do it in the fall a little bit more, but they don't ever tell you really what you can do. They just tell you how many hours you can do stuff.
Gotcha. What is the okay? Take back up a little bit.
Okay.
When I was younger, I say younger, 1990,
Okay.
89.
Okay.
Coach Larry Keenum over at Athens
Yep.
State had some extremely good softball teams.
Yep.
And I would go over there. I'd sneak over there. Not sneak. I would go over there and watch some games.
Yep.
And these girls would be on their toes, and a 70-mile-an-hour fastball's coming in at least, maybe 75. Thinking, have mercy. How do they even get the bat around? I mean, what's some of the pitching MPHs that some of your girls do?
I played at Huntington, so Athens State was one of our biggest rivals.
I got you.
So I played a lot of ball in those early 90s against Coach Keenum.
I may have watched you play.
You might have. You might have. And you were very lucky if so.
Yeah.
Very lucky. So back then, honestly, the pitching was probably, I'm going to say, better than it is now. I mean, we had a pitcher at Huntington who played on the Canadian Olympic team, and she probably threw 70. Larry had some really great pitchers, but now the pitching in Division II, I would say, is 63 and lower.
Gotcha.
What's happening is anybody who can pitch, if they're plus velo on 65, they're going to Division I, and they're developing them.
I talked to Coach about that. We go to First Baptist together there in Athens, and he said back then the SEC wasn't really playing fast pitch softball, and so he was able to get some of the better pitchers.
Yeah.
And now you can't do that because
there's a lot more players.
A lot more players.
When I got here and when Larry was at Athens, there was no fast pitch in Alabama. We had the first year that Alabama sanctioned fast pitch was 1995, and it was split. And I remember I was down in Montgomery, and the people in Montgomery were like, fast pitch is never going to go. It'll never make it in Alabama. We'll never have enough pitching. We'll never have. And I mean, like I love to go down there during the state tournament, and because some of those old people are. I don't mean old people. Some of the old guard is still there.
Old guard, yeah. That's the word I was trying to think of.
Who felt that way. And I'm like, did you ever? I mean, like, I always go, remember you said this wasn't going to happen? And they'll
call them
say,
on it. Absolutely.
They will say, I couldn't believe it. And it's just, you can throw rocks in North Alabama and hit players and bounce off and hit another one.
Mm-hmm.
Have you enough to make a team?
Yeah, Limestone County, several great programs over there.
All
over, and that's
everywhere,
just our Limestone County, yes.
Limestone, Madison, Morgan, there's lots of great ball. And
we talked to Coach. No, hang on. Let me find the coach. We talked to Coach Lemmond on the line, and she talked about going to AAU tournaments, and that's where they would stop. They would see a lot of talent out there. Now, is there travel ball?
Yeah,
tournaments that you guys go to that.
Yes, travel ball's huge. I mean, it's
USSSA is everywhere.
USSSA, ASA, PGF. There's a lot of great travel organizations. There's a lot of great travel ball in North Alabama, and I do like to. That's easier for us to do because that we're not in our season. We can go and see a ton of kids at one time. But what's happening in those places is they're playing for an hour. They don't play to win. They play for a showcase. And so I'll tell you one thing I like doing when I might identify them at a summer tournament, but I like to go watch high school softball because
really now
when they at these regionals, have you been to them?
I've been to some with travel baseball.
I like watching the high school regionals and state tournament when they lose and people are crying.
Yes,
I mean that's where you like to see people compete.
Right.
It's not, to me, in the summer, it is what it is. We have to be a part of that because you'll see more kids that way. But I love watching high school, and I love seeing what kids do when there's really something to win or lose.
Right. I'm totally not your line of questioning here, but I remember going to I don't know if it's a UAAA tournament over here at UAH baseball field. the coach would let the kid pitch about 5 pitches, and then he'd slowly walk out to the mound. I'm like, I didn't, but it was right there. Dude, hurry up. It's 100 degrees out here.
Yeah.
We're dying, and you're slowly walking to the pitcher's mound.
Are you sure that wasn't a UAH baseball game? Because, man, that sucker can walk slow.
I don't know. He was round.
Royer can walk real slow.
Yeah, but it wasn't because it was in the middle of the summer, and you guys play in the winter.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you think about if it's 35 degrees?
Yes. Okay, point taken.
Yeah.
Coach, give us a nugget about one of your seniors or a couple of your seniors you like. Well, you've already done that. Talked about the ones coming up, the super seniors coming back.
I'll tell you, when we got one of our 5th-year seniors just graduated in nursing, and she's got a job in the ER at Huntsville Hospital.
Good for her.
So she's going to be playing softball, working at the ER in Huntsville Hospital, and working on another undergraduate degree while she's doing that.
Good for her.
Yeah, so that's Shelby Booker, and she's one of our best players.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
Coach, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for breaking off your grocery trip and coming over here to join us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Anytime,
Hopefully
Coach.
the ice cream didn't melt.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Les Steudeman, softball coach out here at the UAH Chargers. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
This is Bella LaFontaine with Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We take care of all the basics. We take care of cockroaches, ants, wasps. As far as rodents go, most places they'll trap or poison, and that's the end of it. What we do is we're actually going to find the entry points, and we're going to take care of that for you. We do a lot of work with a lot of realtors here in town to bring houses to the closing table. So one of the big things about us is that we're not a sales company. We are a service provider. So we're not looking to meet a sales quota. We're looking to get a house ready to go to closing and get our customers taken care of. This is Bella LaFontaine, Crown Service Termite and Pest Control. We are located at 3413 6th Avenue in Huntsville, Alabama. Phone number is 256-701-7095.
The new year is upon us, and 2022 gives you too many reasons to upgrade. With Ardmore Telephone Company's broadband internet, you will be more productive working from home, enjoy seamless streaming, and blast your competition with more bandwidth. There are too many benefits to list. Upgrade your internet service today. Call ATC at 800-830-9946. New internet customers get the first month free.
Accidents happen. It's a part of life. So next time a wreck is a part of your life, Sides Auto Body Repair is there to lend a hand. Since 1987, Sides Auto Body Repair has been guiding customers through the repair process with as little stress as possible, offering free estimates, a limited lifetime warranty on their work, as well as saving you the headache of handling the insurance paperwork. They're also ICAR Platinum certified and can boast over 60 years of combined experience. Call their Highway 72 West location at 230-6464 or Highway 72 East at 444-0729. Either way, call them first. Sides Auto Body Repair. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hello, I'm Andrew Smith, head baseball coach at Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, old Tomcat here, alongside producer extraordinaire. And we are, once again, live in the lobby of Spraggins Hall. And I'm not going to say we saved the best for last, but we saved this guy for last. Absolutely. The men's basketball coach, John Shulman. Welcome to Tailgate Talk.
Well, I appreciate you having me. I appreciate y'all being back. I hadn't seen you in a couple years.
COVID's fault, man. We was coming back last year.
Definitely blame it on COVID, but we had a good time.
Yes,
2
we did.
years ago, and we were having a blast of a season, and we ended up having a great year. So we appreciate y'all being back.
That's good luck charms, then. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah. We need some today. We take on the the top team in the GSC today, Union.
Union's top team. I didn't realize that.
I'm assuming that you saw them walk in the building this morning and walk out. And
they were staring at us like we were some kind of punch or something.
A bunch of jerks, all right?
Absolutely.
But they're huge. They're athletic. They're really, really good. We beat them 3 times last year, but that was our last loss in here. We've lost 1 time in 2 years in here, and it's been Union. So there's a little payback, and they got everybody coming back from last year's team, and we've got about 5 points coming back from last year's team. But we're playing really fun way right now. We're playing really good basketball. We've won 3 out of 4, so everybody's in a good mood.
Overall 11-6, conference 4-4.
We started out on the road. I don't know, we've won 2 straight championships here the last 2 years, and I guess they penalized the team that does that. We started on the road at Delta State. We led by 1 with a minute to go, got beaten overtime. We go to Mississippi College. We lead for 39 minutes. We get beaten the last minute. We start out 0-2, and you want to have a good start to a conference year, but we didn't. We have battled our way through it. We're playing different now. We're playing 40 minutes of heck, and so we've pressed the last 2 games. We have pressed nonstop for 40 minutes. We won by 40 on the road in a conference game on the road, and we were up 30 the majority of the game on Thursday against Christian Brothers. And so I like how we're playing. I love how we're playing offensively, love how we're playing defensively, and it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's exciting, and today's going to be an unbelievable matchup.
You switch up your presses, 1-2-2, 2-1-2.
Listen, man, you're a basketball dude, man.
No, I used to coach rec ball. I'm not a basketball coach, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So.
I got you. Here's the deal. We press kind of in a 1-2-2.
Okay.
But we've got different pickup points. So we can press in a full court in a 1-2-2, and we can press in a 3/4 court, and we can press in a half court. And so it's the same press, but it's different pickup points. And when we go into full court, we'll deny the ball in. Sometimes we'll face guard the ball in, and then our 4-man who's up top of the press has kind of different rules. When we go 3/4 court, he can take away the point guard. He doesn't have to take away the point guard. I want it to be the same looking press, but about 14 different options off of it. And then we can do some different stuff in the half court, trapping. What we're trying to do is just keep people out of their offense, and if you can do that, and our kids are having a good time doing it. They're having a fun time doing it. And so far, so good. We've been pretty successful doing it.
Shot clock's still the same, whether they started at 10 seconds or start their offensive set at 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
Well, if you know basketball, here's the deal. We're not this. We're pretty good offensively. We're not this great defending team. So would you rather defend for 10 seconds or would you rather defend for 25 seconds?
Exactly.
Well, personally, if I don't have a good defensive team, I'd rather defend for 10 seconds. So if we can make you screw around with that ball a little bit, and then maybe we can guard you for 10. Yeah. About 18 seconds, we're having a tough time doing that. So and then maybe you actually shoot it before we defend you, and then we don't have to play any D. But you got to get a rebound kind of out of chaos, but we're enjoying it. My personality is kind of chaos, and so it kind of fits my personality, how we're doing it and how we're defending and we're trapping and we're making it wild, and kind of fits my personality.
How's your depth go when it gets that? The boys get a little leg weary to you? You're pretty deep enough to do it.
Yeah, we're deep enough to do it.
Cool.
And the more that we do it, the more in shape we are. But we're playing. We can play 10 guys. That's not a problem. But you got to understand, we don't have a senior on our team.
Ooh.
We have no seniors. We have 11 freshmen. We've started 3 freshmen the majority of the year. So, when the year started, could we win 11 games? I'm not sure. We're pretty young. So I love our progress, and we just lost an awful lot. With this COVID deal,
yes,
everybody got their year back from last year. Well, most people don't redshirt people. UAH does. And so we had 5 fifth-year seniors last year. So if they come back, they're coming back for a 6th year. But you got a jump start program here on this campus. You can go 5 years and get your undergrad and get your master's. Mm-hmm. And so, hey, Coach, we love you, but we've been here long enough, and we all got our masters, and we're out of here.
Time to go make some money.
Three of those five are playing professionally. One in Austria, Sam Morrison, Austria.
Nice.
JJ's in Israel. JJ Kaplan's in Israel, and Seth Suave is in the country of Georgia playing. So 3 of those guys are playing professionally. So to kind of regroup and to have the team we've got this year, a young team, and to be in a position we're in right now to play a huge game in the middle of January, we're excited about it.
I would be too. Tim, you got any questions?
Well,
because you're the basketball player, you won a state championship, right?
Well, anyway.
Back did they have basketball back then?
1932,
1923. That was a good year.
I'm just joking because I watched
76, the
76
bicentennial year.
Yes, sir.
The actual. Well, anyway. Coach Steudeman was talking about her super seniors, and you touched on that. What, as far as she talked about where she likes to go, see, as far as recruiting and what's your preference? Club basketball, high school basketball?
We're living in the world of AAU. We're living in the world of the transfer portal. I personally love the high school basketball coach. And I personally love high school basketball. Yeah. It's a necessary evil is the AAU. And it's not necessarily an evil. I'm just saying that, here's the deal. I can go I watched Huntsville and Sparkman play last night. So really in theory I watched 10 to 15 kids last night. You can go to an AAU tournament and watch 500 kids.
Yep.
And so you're talking about cost effective going to a weekend where you can watch 500 kids instead of going, there's no way on earth we would be able to pull this off. Yeah. So there's some AAU programs that are run unbelievably well and some that are not, and they get a bad name, but it's necessary for us to do that. So what we'd love to do is locate them in the summer and then pinpoint them, and then I just think you got to deal with the high school coach.
Yeah.
I have dealt with before very simply. Hey man, I love that kid. I love him. He plays for you. I love him. Coach, you don't want him. Yeah, but guy, he's got great size and he can play the point at 6'5", and I love coach. You don't want him. Yeah, he's a pain in the tail to play for. But I know, but I can change him. No, you cannot change him. You might as well ask the high school coach and listen to the high school coach.
Yeah.
What we're really into right now, and I think this day and age we're living in, are you winning? Are you a winner? I don't really care if you average 24 a game and your team is 2-23.
Yeah.
Because winners win, and to find you may average 22 and you may average 22, but there's something that separates you. What separates you? That we're not playing golf. We don't go off your scores. Something separates you.
Yeah.
And one of the things we got on the board today is they may shoot that ball out of our press that we don't have specific box out responsibilities today. Do you want it more than the guy across from you?
Mm-hmm.
Now try to measure that. Try to figure that one out.
Yeah.
And if you can figure that one out, you'd make a lot of money in a recruiting service. But do you want it more than the guy across from you?
Yeah.
We're looking for those guys. So how do you find those guys? Well, most of the time you find those guys, most of the time they're the ones that have one more point than their opposition.
Yeah.
Have you won a state champion? Loyola Chicago played a couple years ago in the Final Four. And I think at one time on that team, they had like 7 state champions on that team. And sometimes you got to get lucky. You got to get lucky. But I'm just going to tell you, you find kids that are used to winning, they'll win. They'll keep winning, and they'll keep winning. They'll win in life. And you find kids that always are making excuses and blaming on others and pointing fingers. We talk about, go to the mirror and point the finger in the mirror, and then you'll find either the problem or what's causing the good stuff. And remember, I'm old school. I'm 55, and I still remember how I was brought up and how I was coached. And I think we need, I think we need more of that today. I don't think kids have changed. I think parents have changed. I don't think kids have changed.
Right.
I'm still the same idiot I was when I was a young kid that tried to get away with murder. And my mom and dad said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Now kids are trying to get away with murder right now, and some of them are getting away with it. Yeah. And so, but I was the same kid back then. I was just,
you just didn't play with a 3-point line.
I didn't. That's a shame too. We talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
Someone asked, we were talking about yesterday. Actually, I was talking about a kid at Huntsville High School last night. And he's like, Coach, I remember this one coach. I think he played or coached without a 3-point line. And like he was like in awe of it. I was like, yeah, I do. I remember shooting a 17 and 18 footer that was just, you were just out there on the wing, man. No 3-point line. I remember it well.
The only 3-pointer was when you drove the basket, got fouled. And
the good old-fashioned way.
old-fashioned
good
way.
old-fashioned way, get a 3 that way.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we just ain't got enough time to talk basketball. I'm sorry. We'll try to do this again in next year. And
listen, we appreciate y'all being out here.
I
we
appreciate
you know, and I love where y'all are from, and I sneak over there. What a beautiful school over there you got over there. But I love what you're doing. Wait, I got an old Chattanooga girl coaching the girls over there now.
Do you?
Capri is
yes, Coach Capri. Yeah, she come from. She's also at James Clemens.
Yeah, but she played at UTC when I was the head coach at Chattanooga. So we go way back. Connection. We go way back. But I appreciate y'all being here. Thanks for what y'all do.
Appreciate you, Coach,
and just keep on coming back.
Beat them today.
Press
them to death.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It's been a great show. Thanks to Taylor Flatt and all the coaches here at UAH, the staff that come in and spend time with us. And that's all we can say is thank you so very much. If you're free, come out today. It's 4 o'clock, isn't it, Tyler? Basketball at Spraggins Hall at 4 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tom McClung, Old Tomcat, on behalf of producer extraordinaire. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey guys, this is Joanna Clem for CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications. I'd like to personally invite you to visit CEI Bookstore. While you're here, you'll find a wide selection of Bibles, gift items, trustworthy study materials, and more for you and your church. Our friendly staff will be happy to help you with your selections while you shop in the store. We even offer personalized Bible imprinting and gift wrapping. Not in the Athens area? Enjoy shopping with us online at truthbooks.com. CEI Bookstore and Truth Publications, taking his hand, helping each other home.
Smith's Heating and Cooling in Elkmont is your friendly local contractor servicing most brands of equipment and proudly installing industry-leading Rheem systems. Whether it's an air conditioner, gas furnace, heat pump, or indoor air quality system, Smith's Heating and Cooling takes pride in their exceptional installation and 24/7 customer service after the fact. They offer financing too. Call 777-5450 today to schedule an appointment or a free no-obligation consultation. Smith's Heating and Cooling. Call 777-5450. Visit them on Facebook or online at smithsheatingandcoolingllc.com. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk live on location. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Join us next Saturday at 10 a.m. on 1080 WKAC. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.